Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today is an exciting video. We're going to be doing a 2 looks 1 palette using the BH Cosmetics Blueberry Muffin palette. I'm so excited. I cannot wait to get into some more kind of bluey toned looks. I want to get into some of the browns as well in this palette and some of those beautiful trimmers which we played with a little bit today. I am so excited about this first look. So far it's my fave obviously, but I haven't actually done all the looks, so we'll see. But I really love how this one turned out, so you can stay tuned to see how that turned out. But yeah, it's a very fun palette. I've already done a first impressions on this, which will be up in the cards and probably down below as well, of like swatches and my first initial thoughts and how I kind of worked with the palette. I used a lot of the kind of bluey tones. This dark one down here as well, I've made a really beautiful dark blue periwinkle smoky eye, and it was so pretty. So I'm very excited about it. I'm excited to have it. I think it is a beautiful formula. It's definitely lives up to the hype of what everyone has said. Is it the best formula in my whole collection? I don't think so, but it's still so good, like so good. It's up there. It's definitely up there. So as I said, we're going to be doing 2 looks in this video, 2 very different looks, because I always like to do quite different looks to show versatility of the palettes and what you can create with it. But before we do, my Instagram is linked down below where the up-close pictures of this look, so you can see all the gorgeous sparkliness of the liner, the sparkliness of the lip when I do the full face pics as well. It's all linked down below, as well as my TikTok, so go follow me there too. So that is all for the intro. I think we should get into look number 1. Okay guys, we're going to get into look number 1 using our Blueberry Muffin palette, and it's going to be kind of a simple enough look. I'm only actually really going to use 3 colours, I think. And I'm only going to use one matte, which is going to be Treat. I'm going to put that all over, big blown out, kind of, not a smoky eye, but just a blown out colour all over. And I want to do a liner with Tempting, because it's tempting me to do the liner. And I might do a little bit of like an inner corner with the silver, or even like an extra bit of like graphic liner with the silver. I don't really know. I kind of just want to play and just see what happens. That's the kind of vibe I'm going for. I don't know what kind of lip I'm going to do with this, because I do tend to go for like a grey lip when I do something like this, but I don't know. We'll find out together. So already on my face, I've got my skin done, I've got my brows done, I've got my eyeshadow primer on, so that is all listed down below so you can see that. We're just going to get straight in. We're going to get straight in for this one. So no messing around. We're going to go into Treat, which is that beautiful grey, like a neutral grey, and I feel like this is going to be my favourite kind of grey, where it has, as you blend it, a little bit of a browniness to it, which I love. So I'm just taking that on a MAC 217 and I'm just pressing that all over the lid. Just get it as even as possible. That's such a beautiful tone of grey. I really love it. Before we start messing around with that though, I'm going to take the same shade Treat again. I'm going to take that on a Cash Beauty K10 brush, which is a really small little smudgy brush, like a tiny little detailer brush. And that is going to go along the lower lash. So I want the lower lash to be the exact same as the top. Just get as close to the lashes connecting on the outer corner. And I'm going to carry that across the whole way. I literally want like the actual eye just to be covered in this grey shade, and then the liner is going to just pop across that. Okay, so I'm actually going to like this already. So I'm going to just take a clean 217 and then just start buffing that around the edge of this. You can pick up a little bit more of the grey or use your first brush with the grey on it to kind of blend or add a bit of colour back in. So I'm just going to start blending it, and then I'll add colour back as I feel like I need to. So like out here, I feel like I've kind of wiped away a good bit of it, so I'm going to just go back in and re-intensify that, and that is beautiful. And same, take that clean brush and then just run that along the edge of your grey, and you can go back in again like what we did on top and add more colour back in, but I just want to get my edge nice and soft and blended. And I have brought it up a little bit past the crease as well, because just in case I do that graphic sort of style with the silver, I want something to be there. Okay, so that's like the shadow kind of done. So you could literally just throw a bit of mascara on or a bit of liner on and go. I am just going to take Hot and Fresh, which is actually a silver, really cool tone. I'm going to take a little bit of that on the cleaner 217. There's a little bit of shadow on it, but that's fine. And I'm going to just pop that on the inner corner in here, just to do my inner corner highlight before I start with any sort of liners. Okay, so now to create our liner with that duochrome shadow, I'm going to go with my NYX Glitter Primer, and I'm going to go in with that on an e.l.f. angled brush, small angled brush, just any angle brush will do. This is a great way to learn how to do liner or to kind of mess around with some liner sort of shapes, because the glitter primer is clear, so you can make all the mistakes you want. It will show up a little bit, but you wouldn't really notice it too much. I'm going to pop that on the back of my hand. I'm just loading up my brush on both sides. And we're just going to create a classic liner shape with a clear base. I always like to kind of get my line down, and I just kind of make it as straight as you can. It's kind of hard to see because it is clear, so it's hard to kind of make sure that it's exactly straight the way you would with a black, but you kind of get there, trust me. And you can kind of smooth over it once the shadow is going on as well. I'm doing it not majorly thick, but thicker than I probably would with a normal wing. So then for my actual wing, I'm gonna kind of just do what I normally do. You kind of just are doing the exact same technique, just with a clear base. I'm gonna do one eye at a time. I think, like, you can't really see that, but I think it's in the right shape anyway. So I'm gonna go in with Tempting, which is that kind of bluey black duochrome. I'm taking that just on a small little brush like this. This one I got on eBay, so I don't know actually where I got it because I've had it for years. And we are gonna press that all over this base. It's actually not a blue black. It has a black base, but it's actually more of a blue to purple because I'm kind of getting a lot of purple coming through here now. It's very pretty and very smooth as well. And you kind of see what I mean? So now it's just sticking to that base. That's when you can start kind of smoothing over your edges to make sure that they're nice and smooth, because it will smooth over even if you made it a little bit bumpy with the glitter primer. For the edge here, I kind of only apply product to one side of the brush and use the clean side as my edge. And sometimes, depending on the shadow, you might need to do like 2 layers of the shadow on the liner. This one's actually not too bad. I actually think I can get away with 1. The hard part is trying to get them to like match, because you can't really see. It's kind of hard to see one side, so that is kind of difficult. Harder than probably getting them to match with black. Actually, well, no, not really. Black is just very obvious. Okay, I'm very happy with how that's turned out, and I love that colour. Wow, that is beautiful. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually finish off my look altogether. I may still do a graphic kind of bit in the middle with that silver. If I do so, I'll do the exact same technique. So it's the glitter primer. I'll let you know if I do though. Glitter primer, and then press the shadow on top with a small brush. That is literally all. I'm probably going to do it like across here. I don't know if I want to do it yet though, so I'm going to do like mascara, cheek and a lip, and maybe my lashes as well even, and just see how I get on. I'll come back to you in a sec and I'll let you know what I decided on. Okay guys, so this is how I have finished off the look. I am so happy with how this turned out. I didn't do the silver in the end because, I don't know, I kind of just liked it as it was. It was a nice simple kind of look, and as I said, the silver is not a super difficult part. If you can do the liner bit, it's actually harder. The silver bit would actually be quite easy, but I just kind of put the lip on and I was like, you know what, I like it as it is, and I'll incorporate the silver into something else, or into my second look maybe, or I don't know, somewhere else, but it is on my inner corner, so at least we got to use it. So what I did use on the rest of my face then, for my eyes, I didn't do any obviously upper lash line liner because it's already done with the shadow. I went in with my Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil in the shade Uzi, UZI. It's just a dark gunmetal grey, and I popped that on my waterline because I thought that was perfect. My mascara then is my Soap and Glory Thick and Fast mascara as always, and then my lashes are the House of Lashes Iconic Minis. They're nearly on their last legs. I need to do another House of Lashes order to get a few of my faves back because some of them are gone, but yeah, I do love them. On to cheeks then, I used my Benefit bronzer in the shade Dallas, which is probably, I say this every time, probably a blush, but I use it as a bronzer and I just use that to kind of contour my face a little bit. For my blush then, I use my MAC Warm Soul, which I always love when I'm doing a little bit more of a grungy looks like these. It just kind of is quite neutral, but still gives a bit of warmth and a bit of colour to the cheeks. And then for highlight, I went with one that is actually not available right now. I went with my MAC Extra Dimension Skin Finish in the shade Let It Glow, which is just a shimmery white. Any shimmery white. I should have the shimmery white actually that's in this palette would work. The silver would work. Fenty Diamond Bomb, the How Many Carats, the white one, or any white silvery sort of highlight will do. Or if you've got darker skin and you want to recreate this, any highlight will do, because whatever suits your skin. On to lips then, I knew I was going to do a dark grey. I just knew it, so I went in with my KVD Beauty Everlasting Liquid Lipstick in the shade Wolf, which is a dark grey, kind of nearly looks black, but it's actually not. It's just a really dark grey. It's definitely not black, trust me, because I'm quite versed in my black liquid lipsticks, but it kind of has a bit of a bluey undertone, so that's why I used it and I love it. And then I didn't want to just do matte because it's quite matte on the eye apart from the liner and the inner corner, so I went in with my Colourpop Ultra Glossy Lip in the shade Atta Girl. This has like blue and pink sparkles and they really stand out against this. I'm trying not to like rub my lips together because I don't want to ruin the sparkliness, but it's really sparkly. That is the first look. I'm so happy with how this turned out. I think it's so pretty, so kind of glam in a weird way. I love it. I've got my little necklace on here. I got this in Claire's, and it has a little tree. I don't know if you can see that. It looks like the white tree of Gondor, Lord of the Rings nerd over here. but it's not actually. It just looks like it, and that's why I bought it. And I just thought the whole kind of grey gunmetal sort of vibe was going, so that's what I went for, and I'm so happy about it. So that is look number 1 using our Blueberry Muffin palette. Let's see how we get on with look number 2. Okay guys, we're going to get into look number 2 using our gorgeous Blueberry Muffin palette from BH Cosmetics. So we're going to do a halo eye, as you probably would have guessed, because I always do a halo eye in my 2 looks on palettes, or at some point using a palette, because that's what I like to do. So I'm definitely going to use this shade up here, which is actually a bit more purple than I thought. I thought this was brown originally. I definitely want to use Yummy, which is this gorgeous like plummy taupe sort of shade. I might use like Hot and Fresh, or maybe Crumble, I'm not too sure. Maybe even Sugared. I'm not too sure what I want to use for that. But they're the kind of vibes I want to go for. And I might use this blue to blend. We'll see. Excuse the hair. I'm trialing out Velcro rollers. I never do this with my hair, but I want to give it a go. And we're going to see what happens. I just want to add a bit of volume. Just all around. I do have 2 in the back there, you can see them. Yeah, just add a bit of volume. So ignore that. You can't really see them anyway. So I already have my skin on, my brows on, and my eyeshadow primer on. I've also got my cheeks half done. I just haven't got any highlighter on just yet. I've gone very glowy with the skin, but I'm liking it. So we're going to take the shade Decadent, our very darkest shade here, and I want to take that on a Makeup Geek Defined Crease Brush, which is a small little crease brush, and this is like a deep berry sort of shade from swatching it anyway, because this is going to be really weird, but I know you guys will have already seen the first impressions and the swatches in that as well, but I've actually only done the swatches today as I'm filming this. Yeah, I was actually quite shocked at how purple this colour was when I swatched it today. So I'm taking it just on the outer corner, and I'm going to take some just on the inner part in here. I was going to go more neutral, like using this kind of brown and maybe the peach, but now that I know that this is quite purple, I don't know whether I want to use the blue or if I want to use the peach still. I'm not too sure to blend it out. I might actually use the peach now that I'm looking at it. It's still quite purple, but I don't know. I'll think about it. Okay, so I'm going to take that same shade and I'm going to take that on a BH Cosmetics number 10 brush, which is their little pencil brush. And I think I might halo the bottom as well. I'm kind of just making this up as I go along. I know I'm definitely doing a halo, but I just don't really know what way I want the colours to be or what colours I want to actually use. So I'm going to take this on the outer third and take a little bit of it on the inner third, leaving a little gap in the middle. Doesn't have to be a major gap, just a small gap. Okay, I've done a little mess around on my hand there, and I'm actually going to use the peach. So I'm going to take the shade Fluffy. It's peachier in real life than it looks on camera here. It's because of the lighting in here. Oh, a very dusty colour, but that's okay. And I'm taking that on a BH Cosmetics Lavender Luxe number 8 brush. You can kind of use whatever brushes you want for this, just these are what I grabbed and what were clean as well. So I'm taking that just around all the edges of this purple. Now this purple is very deep and very strong, so it will take a minute or two to blend all these sections out. I say sections because you've got this section and this section. It's blending good though, like it's not taking that long, but just a bit longer than you might think. I'm also going in here to blend out this part, and you can start meeting them in the middle. I don't bring my dark shade through the middle because I kind of want to keep it open, but I do bring my blending colour through the middle, and that kind of itself brings a little bit of the darker shade through the middle. I just like a hint of it there. Kind of blends it up to a peach now, or not a peach, a pink. Like, yeah, that's nice. I'm just going back in with a little bit more Decadent and just re-intensify, because the peach shade is quite pale. You can kind of lose the intensity of the plummy shade. So I just want to go back in and almost help the blend along. So I'm taking that same brush. I've just cleaned it off a little bit to get rid of any bits of purple that got on to the brush. Taking the same fluffy shade, and we're going to fluff the lower lash line. We're going to fluff out all these edges. Again, just blend until you're happy with the edges and how the gradient is going, and then you can always add more of the purple back in. You will lose a little bit more purple down here because it's a smaller area, so you just tend to lose a little bit more. And the same in here. I don't mind bringing it down kind of far in here anyway, so go to town if you want to. I notice there's a new trend, well, when this video is going, it's actually probably not that new, but like colourful under eyes, and I'm kind of into that one. I'm not usually a trend kind of person, But that one I like the look of. Now going back in with a little bit more decadent on the little pencil brush and just re-intensify that as well. This is where you get your nice blend and blown out sort of effect. I'm getting a little bit of like a whimsical fairy vibe off this kind of makeup, and I really like it. So now what I'm going to do is take my glitter primer. So I'm going in with some of my NYX glitter primer. This one is on the way out, but I do have a backup, so don't be worrying. Not that you would be worrying whether I have a glitter primer or not, but I'm not worried, so that's okay. Just pressing that down the middle where we have all of our beautiful space to work with. Taking the tiniest little dab of it as well, just on to the lower lash, where we left that gap in the middle, just so that the shimmer really intensifies. And I'm actually kind of going to drag that down a tiny bit. I almost want it to look like shimmer tears because of the vibe that I have going on now. It's going to take a MAC 239 flat brush. We're going to take the shade Yummy, which is that like taupey purpley silver sort of shade. It has like, does it have a bit of a blue reflect off? I'm not sure. It's not like a huge duochrome or like that. It's more just a shimmer. But I'm taking that on the middle of this eye. Ooh, this is going to look so wet and I'm going to love it. There is a little bit of a blue in it. Ooh. Bring that up just a little bit higher than the crease again to kind of create that big line down the middle, which I kind of want for this look. I don't know why. And then I'm taking that same color on the same brush and we're just going to pop that on the center down here, and then just kind of let your brush dabble it down a little bit. It'll only be really when you hit the light that you'll actually see the little bit of a sheen, if you can kind of see that. I'm going to take the brush that we used for Decadent and take a tiny bit of Decadent as well and just press over where these meet. Oh, I love this. This is like tired. I'm a fairy that did a lot of work. I don't know why I'm getting that vibe off it, but I feel a bit more ethereal with this kind of eye. So I'm going to repeat the same on the other side. Okay, and really quickly before my camera cuts off, we're going to take the shade Craving on this, just a little brush I got in a set. I don't know where I got it from. I just got it ages ago. And that is going to go on the inner corner. I know I've already used this shade, but it actually goes perfectly with this look because it also has a little bit of a blue reflect in it. Okay, I'm going to repeat the same on the other side. I'm loving how this look is going so far. I'm going to finish off my face, finish off the eye, finish off my cheeks, pop a lip on. I don't know what to go with for my lip, and a pair of lashes, and I'll come back and let you know what I used on my face. Okay guys, so this is how I have finished off the look. I took my rollers out and I did get a nice bit of volume. I didn't have them in for like hours and hours. I probably had them in for like an hour. Just while I was kind of doing my face, and I did get a nice bit of volume. I probably need to like properly pin them. I didn't have any pins, any bobby pins or clips or anything like that to clip them in, so I just had to kind of let them hang. But if I clipped them, I'd probably get a little bit more volume out of them if I left them in a little bit longer, or slept with them in, who knows. But this is the look that I have finished, and I'm in love with this look. This is so much more colourful than I thought this was going to be. I thought this was going to be more neutral today, but because we decided to use the colours we did, came in a little bit more neutral. So let me go through everything that I used on my face. So to finish the eyes off, I didn't do any upper lash line liner because I don't usually when I do my halo eye, or I don't feel like it usually as well. So I actually wanted a little pop of colour, just a little something to kind of add to that ethereal sort of look. I use the LA Girl Shockwave Neon Eyeliner in the shade Fresh, which is this beautiful aqua sort of shade. I popped that on the waterline. Adds a little bit of that blue element, although it's more of like a aqua sort of shade, but the palette has a lot of blue in it, so that's what I wanted to add to it. Then I went in with my Soap and Glory Thick and Fast mascara on my top and my bottom lashes. For my lashes, I wanted something nice and kind of dramatic but still very fluttery, so you can kind of see everything behind and still give that sort of tired eye sort of effect. So I went in with my BH Cosmetics M205 lashes. They're like €3.50, can't go wrong, and they do really add, because they're still a bit longer in the middle, add that nice kind of doe-eyed effect. Onto my cheeks then, I went in with my Fenty Beauty Cheeks Out Freestyle Cream Bronzer in the shade Amber, which is like a cream bronzer contour. Use that to contour up my face. And then this is like manky looking. The name is even worn off it. But this is my Benefit Posy Tint. I use that on my cheeks because I haven't used these in ages and I love how these look. But I use that on my cheeks to give a nice soft blush. And then for my highlight, I went in with my Kaleido Space Age highlight in the shade Star Surfer, which is the one that has a little bit of a pink sheen off. It's not like super duochromy or anything like that, just has a gorgeous pink sheen and it's super wet and shiny. Goes really well with that inner corner as well. And then lip, I figured out one in the end, and I knew I had a colour that kind of went with this, and this was the kind of vibe I wanted to go for, so I went in with my old reliables, my LA Splash Classic Horror liquid lipsticks. These are like, oh my god, these are like the top of my list, apart from the MAC ones. Actually, the MAC ones are very close behind or on par, but like I love the colours that I have in this. So this is the shade Mina, which is Mina from Dracula, but this one is like a mauvey purple, matches that centre very well, and I just think it goes so well. I love it. Okay, so this is how I finish off everything. I'm so happy with this look. I am feeling myself right now. Cannot wait to do a little TikTok and off I go. So you let me know down in the comments down below, what look did you prefer? Do you prefer look number 1, number 2, or my first impressions? I always like to add those into this as well, because they are the 3 looks that I've done with this Blueberry Muffin palette. I'm really happy with this. I think the quality definitely lives up to the hype that I have heard about this palette. I do want to get more into, like, I didn't try this brown. I tried, let me see, I've tried 10 out of 16 shades, so 6 I didn't try. Some more neutral ones, like the 2 neutral shimmers up here, I didn't try. Didn't try the silver in the end. That was a surprise. Didn't try the brown. Didn't try sugared either, or this blue down here, which I was going to use in this look, but I decided not to, and I'm very happy I didn't. But let me know down in the comments down below if you have this palette. If not, I think it's so worth the money, not just because it's not just good because it's cheap, it's good because it's good, and I think you guys will be very happy if you love these kind of colours. I can't tell which look would be my favourite though, so I do love my duochrome eyeliner that I did in the first look, and I love a deep blue smoky eye. But then I love the kind of tired, ethereal sort of vibe to this look. I don't know. You let me know down in the comments below what is your favourite, and I'll go with whatever has the most votes. We'll just say that's the favourite. If you did like this video, give me a big thumbs up down below. It's the quickest, simplest, easiest way to give me a little bit of support, get me around to more people, and also let me know that you like the video, so I will continue to do many more. We have so many palettes coming up, so many palettes, and I have fun kind of ideas of making a list of things that I want to kind of add to the channel. And you can let me know in the comments as well any other video ideas you want to see from me, including palettes or looks or anything like that. Let me know down below. Also hit subscribe down below to see many more things coming up, including all the palettes, including Lush videos, including tag videos, including tutorials, all that kind of jazz. So hit subscribe to see all of that fun stuff. As I said in the beginning of this video, my Instagram is linked down below, where I'll be posting all the up close pictures of this look, of my eyeball and of my face ball, and that's where you get to see all the fun shimmers in action. Also my TikTok is linked down below as well, so you can go follow me there and see all the fun, weird kind of things I post there, because I always have a lot of fun on that as well. And I think that is everything, so I will see you in the next video, guys. Bye.